What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, I just added a little bit more render to my bag, and I wanted to give you a quick update as to why I'm doing that. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. So looking at Rndr here, what we can see is that its price has been performing pretty meh, to be honest. Not terrible. It's outperformed some of your other altcoins, but it's definitely not done the best. The total pullback now is looking at a roughly 57% off of the main peak, and off of our most recent peak, we're looking at a pullback of around 52%. So definitely not your best performance ever. But as you do know, we are in the summertime, right? The summertime during a bull market is always ugly. It's always boring. You're going to see pullbacks, crashes, capitulations, and negativity. That's just all you're going to see. You need to be okay with it. You need to just get used to it. It's the best thing you can do. But overall, in my opinion, where we are is that I think, just like I said in the Jasmine video earlier today, that I think we're in the better half of this thing. I think we're now getting to a point in which Rndr very likely could find some type of macro support soon and at least try to continue back towards the upside. And so as a result of that, I have started picking up and accumulating even more than I have been previously. Now, another reason as to why I am doing that is quite simply more from a structural basis. What we know is that Rndr's price is retesting some macro levels of liquidity and support. We of course saw support here, support here, support here, and our previous point of resistance now likely to be flipped as support down here. And knowing that we have so much support and so much liquidity within this little zone between $5.40 and $7.11, I think that it's extremely likely that Rndr could get some type of bounce somewhere in the zone. Even if it is down here, doesn't matter to me, or even if we recover and continue up, doesn't matter to me. I think that the likelihood of us finding some support is increasing more and more and more every single day. And so of course, although there are no guarantees, it's just off of a realm of probabilities and possibilities. It seems as if we are now in a position in which we could find that bounce much sooner than later at this given point. Now, another thing that I really wanted to pay attention to, what is happening here over on the RSI. On our daily Rndr RSI, what you can see is a couple massive things, a couple very important things. Thing number one, from a macro perspective, we quite clearly can see that Rndr has taken this low and put in a lower low. But in the same breath, you can see that Rndr has put in an equivalent low here on its RSI. Now, if you notice, there is a difference there. And when you see a difference between the lows, generally speaking, it's a bullish difference. It just goes to show that the bears are starting to get even more exhausted. They're not capable of finding that same bearish momentum that they were previously, even though the price is finding that negativity. And generally that means that momentum is slowing up to the downside, usually putting us in a perspective in which we can get a move to the upside soon. Now, if we do zoom this in even closer, what you can see is even more of a difference here. You can see that Rndr has constantly been putting in higher lows to the downside here, higher low, higher low, higher low, in the same situation, which is putting in lower low, lower low, lower low to the downside. That really goes to show that momentum is changing, and although the price is falling, momentum is shifting, and generally this is a sign that the bulls are slowly but surely stepping back in, which of course could put us in a position in which Rndr gets a bounce sometime soon. And so because of all of these things and all these things that I'm noticing, I definitely have gotten even more bullish on Rndr. I've definitely started to pick up the amount that I'm accumulating, and I have many plans to continue to accumulate. Guys, I'm not saying that it can't continue downwards. It absolutely can. It could still go to $5 or above or below. Like, I think $5 to $4.30 isn't out of the picture. This is a liquidity zone right here. It would not be impossible, but I think it's getting more and more likely that the bounce happens, and because of that, I am going to continue to accumulate in expectation of that. And so with that said, of course, I will continue to update you as this does play out. If you do enjoy these styles of videos, you can always let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.